Hi everyone, welcome back to the video. In this video, I'm going to teach you about backup and disaster recovery for your blog. So this is a very important step that every blogger should know about because it can save you a lot of time, money and stress in the future. So what is backup and disaster recovery? Well, backup is a process of making copies of your blog's content, media and data and also database and storing them in a safe place. Disaster recovery is the process of restoring your blog from those backups in case of something bad happens to your website, such as hardware failure, human error, or natural disasters. Or in the case that your website breaks because of any plugin that you installed. So why do you need backup and disaster recovery? Well, imagine that you have spent months or even years creating amazing content for your blog. You have invested a lot of time, energy, and money in your blog. You have built a loyal audience and a strong reputation. And then one day something terrible happens, and maybe your hosting provider goes out of business, or your server gets hacked, or your hard drive crashes, or a fire destroys your office. And just like that, all of your blog's content, media, and data are gone forever. So, how would you feel in this case? Devastated, angry, frustrated, hopeless, right? I know. I would. I would at least be devastated and angry. That's why you need backup and disaster recovery. By having backups for your blog, you can restore your blog to its previous state or migrate it to a different host in case of a disaster. By having a disaster recovery plan, you can minimize the downtime and damage caused by a disaster and get your blog back online as soon as possible. So, how do you back up and do disaster recovery for your blog? Well, there are four main steps that you need to follow. The first is regular backups. So the first step is to make regular backups of your blog's content, media, and date. This means that you need to use a tool or a plugin that can automatically create backups of your blog at a certain frequency and store them in a secure location. For example, you can use Updraft Plus or Backup Buddy, which are popular WordPress plugins as of now that can backup your blog to an external hard drive or a cloud-based storage like Google Drive or Dropbox. You should back up your blog at least once a week or more often if you update it frequently. The second point is full backups. The second step is to make full backups of your entire website, including the database and files. This will give you the ability to restore your website to a previous state or migrate it to a different host in case of a disaster. You should make full backup of your website at least once a month and more often if you have a lot of changes on your website and if you post a lot of blog posts frequently on your website. The third point is test your backups. The third step is to test your backups to make sure that they work and that they can be restored successfully in the event of a disaster. You don't want to find out that your backups are corrupted or incomplete. Sorry for that. You don't want to find out that your backups are corrupted or incomplete when you need them the most. You should test your backups by restoring them to a staging or test environment, which is a separate website that mimics your live website but is not accessible to the public. Okay, and you can also do it on a local environment by installing a local server like XAMPP. And you can use tools like WP Staging or Duplicator to create staging environment and for testing purposes. The fourth point is disaster recovery plans. The fourth step is to create a disaster recovery plan, which is a document that outlines the potential risk that could affect your blog and the step that you need to take to restore your blog in case of a disaster. You should identify the possible scenario that could cause data loss or downtime for your blog, such as hardware failures, human error, hacking, malware, power outage, fire, flood, earthquake, etc. You should also create a step-by-step plan for how to restore your blog from each scenario using the backups that you have created and stored. You should test your disaster recovery plan regularly and update it as needed to make sure that it's up to date and effective. One more thing that I want to mention is the benefit of using cloud backups, such as Amazon S3 or Google Cloud Storage, to store your backups in a secure and remote location. By using cloud backup services, you can have an extra layer of protection in case of a disaster that affects your local storage device or location. You can also configure your backups to automatically upload to the cloud without any manual intervention. So that's it for this video on backup and disaster recovery. I hope you learned something useful and valuable from this video. Remember that backup and disaster recovery are not optional but essential for every blogger who wants to protect their blog from data loss and downtime. So that's it for this video. The action steps for this video are very simple. Go research online on the tools that are available right now for backup. Install them on your website. Take your first backup and then test your backup and then make a disaster recovery plan. So these are the action steps for today's video. If you want to know more about this topic, if you want notes of this topic, if you want to learn the mistakes that people make which are related to this topic, then do check out this book. This book is the source material for all the videos that I make. It has a lot of content that I don't get to cover on these videos, so it's a gold, it's a golden resource for everyone who wants to learn more about blogging. So do check it out, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep watching my videos. Thank you.